What is a good substitute for cornmeal? If you are looking for a good substitute for cornmeal, you are in the right place. Many people seek alternatives for various reasons, including allergies or dietary choices. Cornmeal is commonly used in baking and cooking, especially for cornbread. However, if you need to avoid corn, there are several options that can work well in your recipes. One option is polenta. Polenta is coarsely ground cornmeal, so it has a similar texture and flavor. You can use it in a 1-to-1 ratio in most recipes. It works great in both sweet and savory dishes, making it a versatile choice. Another alternative is corn grits. These are more coarsely ground than polenta and can provide a slightly different texture. You can also substitute cornmeal with grits at a 1-to-1 ratio, especially in recipes where a coarser texture is desired. If you are open to flavors, masa harina is another option. This is cornmeal treated with lime, often used in Mexican cooking. It can replace cornmeal in equal amounts, but keep in mind it may add a slight lime flavor to your dish. For those who want to avoid corn entirely, rice flour is a fantastic choice. It is gluten-free and has a mild flavor. When using rice flour, you will need about 1 1/4 cups to replace 1 cup of cornmeal. This may result in a denser texture in your baked goods. Almond flour is another gluten-free option that adds a nutty flavor. You can use 1½ cups of almond flour for every cup of cornmeal. This will give your dish a different texture and taste, but it can be delicious. Chickpea flour is high in protein and gluten-free as well. It has a nutty flavor and can be used in a ratio of about 7/8 cup for every cup of cornmeal. This can add a unique taste to your cornbread or other recipes. Semolina flour, made from durum wheat, is another alternative. It has a gritty texture similar to cornmeal and can be used in recipes that requiring that crunch. However, keep in mind that it is not gluten-free. When substituting these flours, remember to adjust the liquid ingredients in your recipe. Different flours absorb moisture differently, which can affect the consistency of your batter or dough. In corn-free cornbread recipes, a popular method is to combine almond flour with starches like tapioca or arrowroot powder. This combination can mimic the texture and binding properties of cornmeal while keeping your dish free from corn and gluten. Ultimately, the best substitute for cornmeal will depend on your specific recipe and dietary needs. For allergen-free and corn-free cooking, rice flour, almond flour, and chickpea flour are excellent choices. If corn is not a concern, polenta or semolina can provide a texture closer to traditional cornmeal. Enjoy experimenting with these alternatives in your cooking.